How you doing, guys? Richard here from Yes I Can. And we are all struggling with the increased cost of living and the increased cost of goods and services. And today we're going to talk about how that's impacted the building industry. Let's do it, guys. All right, guys, we all know that we're going through some tough times in Australia. What some of you don't know is if this was an Australian problem only, it wouldn't be too big of a deal. But the whole world is going through the same problem that we're going through. We've got a shortage of staff and a shortage of material. And today, I wanted to make this video to sort of explain to my customers in particular, and anyone that wants to watch this video, the true impact that has on businesses like mine. How much really has the price of material gone up? Because sometimes when I tell my customers how much they're going up, they're like, nah, that can't be right. It is right. It is 100% right. And even me, that's the reaction that I have when I have to pay the damn money. It's like, seriously? That's how much that is? It's crazy. Builders like myself, we run on a 30% margin. Last year, after we came out of lockdowns, when we got the sharp increase in the prices went up between 30 and 50%. Yes, up to 50% on some items. Across the board, the average, the news and all the media will have you think that our inflation rate's 7%, right? 7 or 8%. That's a massage inflation rate. That's a not true inflation rate. And all you have to do is just think about what you're paying for. The true inflation rate currently, and I'm not here talking about politics, but the true inflation rate is closer to 20 in the economy. In the building industry, when it comes to materials, okay, it's actually anywhere from 30 to 50%. Let's talk about it. When the increase started, I bought a bathtub. It cost me $899. But I think it was 6 or 7 days later, I bought the same bathtub. It cost me nearly $1,200. Now, you want to get that bathtub, it's a 2-month wait. Timber. Timber's another major thing. We have to pay whatever they ask us for timber. The 90 by 45, 4x2s. The cheapest stuff. This is non-structural, just cheap pine. We used to pay $2.99. The cheapest stuff now is like $5 or $6. The structural pine, the T2 structural pine, in some places is $9 or $10. They used to cost us, every Bunnings for the last 8 years has sold the timber for pretty much the same price, between $4 and $5. That's nearly doubled now, and that's when you can find it. And the problem with that is most places you can't find it. And on top of the fact that you can't find it, so you got to understand, most builders like myself, we have accounts. We've got accounts with Bunnings. We've got accounts, we got partnership with Beaumont Tiles, Reese Plumbing, Harvey Norman, all these big companies. We deal with a lot of different companies. We've got accounts with them. Even with our timber suppliers. But we can't even do that anymore because when we go to our timber supplier, he doesn't have the stock. Or he might have half of what you need and the other half he doesn't. So you've got to sit there calling around all over Sydney to figure out where you're going to get the timber. And then you have to pay the 40 to 50% increase in price. I literally picked up, I think it was 10 lengths of 6 meter 4x2s the other day and a couple of LVL beams, $1,500 nearly. That's literally $300 or $400 worth of timber. And then you've got flooring. Flooring, like especially the brands that I use, the high quality stuff, okay, they've gone up by 20, 30, 40%. Aluminium, roofing, steel, bricks, sheeting. Sheeting is ridiculous. The prices that we're getting for sheeting is not double. It's nearly 2.5, 3 times the prices. And look, that's not all due to the increase in material. You got to understand as well, it's supply and demand. When you have a certain number of gibrockers or plasterers and they're all busy and you ask them to come and do a job for you, they're going to throw out a number there because they don't give a crap whether you give them the job or not. Excuse the French. They don't care. Man, I just got quoted for a small job. Small job. And I'm not going to mention names, and if you're watching this video, you know who you are. Small job. That thing should not cost me more than $5,000 to $6,000 in sheeting. $14,000 is what I got quoted on the it's a kitchen, a bedroom, we're opening a kitchen and bedroom together, and a little dining room. It's not even that big. A little bit of a drop ceiling, sheet the walls. It's high, so that's why the $5,000-6,000. $14,000. This is not a house. This is like a quarter, not even a quarter of the house. 14 grand. We used to allow 6,000 or 7,000 for the entire house. Last year, okay, just after lockdowns, before we had this sharp increase, I did an entire 4-bedroom house with massive dining, living, drop ceilings, drop ceilings. We did shadowline, P50 all around the shadowline instead of the cornices. Okay, 13 mil gyprock everywhere, square set, bulkheads, everything. The entire freaking 4-bedroom house, it cost me like 14 grand. And people are like, oh, it hasn't gone up that much. Man, your cheapest laborer at the moment, your cheapest laborer, right? Your cheapest laborer, he will not get out of bed for less than $350 to $400 a day. Mind you, he wants cash because he's earning Centrelink. And for you people that are doing that, shame on you. Shame on you. I hope nobody gives you a job. You want to earn $350 to $400 a day, and on top of that, you want to take the taxpayers' money to earn Centrelink while you sit at home. What the hell? That's what I'm facing. That's what I'm dealing with every single day of the week at the moment. To the point where I can't hire that person. And I have to tell the customer, sorry, you're going to have to wait for me to have my boys do the job for you, or for me to get a better price. Because if I paid the same thing as last year, I lost over 350 grand in a span of 4 months just to honor pricing. Guess what? I make 30% margin. If materials are going up by 30 to 50%, where do you think the money comes from? He takes all the margins. And I have to put money in on top. I'm not in the business of keeping my customers happy because I'm a multi-millionaire and I'm going to run a charity. I'm here to run a business. I've got people that rely on me to feed their families. So yes, part of it's the materials. Materials are going up ridiculous. But the other thing is a lot of contractors, not all contractors, shout out to our plumbers and our electricians and our main guys. You guys are all amazing. You guys are all spectacular. And you've held your prices well. Copper's gone up by what? For the wiring. I think he was saying to me 30, 40%, something like that. Your kitchen manufacturing, all your Blom and high-tech hinges and runners. 1, they're very short supply, and 2, they've doubled in price. Your timber's doubled in price. Your materials have doubled in price. Your labor's doubled in price. Everything's doubling in price. Like everything's going up ridiculous. So, and the problem with that as well, it's not consistent. It's just not consistent. That's the other problem that we're facing. If it was consistent, we would have said, all right, there's a new prices, let's work around it. But it's not. Because today you'll get a price, and tomorrow you get a different price, and the next day you get a different price. And you just sit there and look at it and go, how did you do this job for this price? And then you ask me this much for this job. It just doesn't weigh up. But they get busy, they increase their prices. They finish the work that they had going, they drop their prices. And there's that much work going around, they don't care. That's why the whole point of this video is just to give you guys an insight of what we're going through. And I think a lot of genuine builders out there have the same feelings, they just don't know how to express it. And hopefully I'm expressing that feeling for them. So as a customer, all we're asking for, we're not asking you, look, I've maintained my prices. Our prices have gone up very slightly. I've had to restructure the entire business just to keep my prices low. But there's one thing you have to understand as my customers. You cannot have a reasonable price and a fast job. It doesn't happen. Before lockdowns and before the price increase, every bathroom that I've ever done will take 3 to 4 weeks. Worst case scenario, 5 weeks, or the couple of days in the 5th week. Most of the time, on the 4th week, we're claiming and handing over the bathroom. Now it's 5 to 6 weeks. All we ask for is patience and understanding, and understand what we're going through. And if you're not willing to wait, either tell the builder that you're not willing to wait and you spend more money, or don't renovate at all. Simple. All right, guys, there's another rant for today. Contact us, 1-800-300-937. It's 1-800-300-YES. Visit our website, yesican.com.au. And until next time, don't forget, at Yes I Can, if we can't do it, no one can. Thank you.